Hi everybody, and welcome back to La Capricornia with me, Priscilla Moreno. So you guys, we're gonna jump straight into the August readings because this is for the rest of August. No, we're doing this a little late, but the first card is the Three of Swords. So I do feel like I was talking about in my last video, is something was shown to you guys. It's giving you a little of a heartbreak, but just know that this is not a bad thing. I feel like you needed to have those swords like clearly seen inside your heart. You needed to see what was being done to you. Whether this wasn't like in a love relationship, work, anything like that, you needed to see it so that you can actually move forward with healing yourself, with going to a doctor and saying take these swords out, with actually seeing what needed to be fixed. Because I feel like you were holding on to this image of, you know, it's gonna work out, it's working for me, this is being done for me, you know, and the thing is that it wasn't. Things were not being done for you, things were being done in the dark, and it's time for you to be able to pull the swords out because now you can clearly see them. The next card is the Seven of Cups. So again, and I think a lot of this has to do with like this mystery. So see how this is hidden from you? You're seeing all this gold, all these, you know, you see snakes, you see all these different outcomes, but you don't really know what's coming out of it. I feel like you're looking right now at this time like, oh my gosh, so what do I do now? And if this was like a career thing, I think you're kind of thinking like, okay, well, you know, I see this path, this path, this path, this path. You have so many things open to you. You just don't know which way to go. And I think the way that you're looking at it as well is just like, you know what? Like, it's a mystery where this is going, but you're also trying to figure it out, right? It's all of us. It's all of us. I know I tell myself as much as I tell myself to go with the flow, to let things come to me. I'm always like, does this mean this? Like, oh wait, but if I go this way, I'll end up in 20 years here. And it's hard, you guys. It's really hard, but there is something coming your way. A lot of things are going to be shown to you very clearly. I feel like I said you needed to have this veil lifted off your eyes so you can see things clearly. And I really think that, again, it's this illusion of, you know, I thought things were going a certain way, but it was all being done in your head, and the reality is it was not meant for you, and that's why it was shown to you, and now you're going in this new direction. So the direction, of course, you guys, is the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, so you honestly can create whatever you want right now, which is crazy because my son actually told me something the other day. He was like, Mom, he's like, I just think you're in a spot where you can do anything right now. He's like you have the power to do whatever you want. He's like, I just see that strength in you. And I was kind of like, I can do anything? Like, what do you mean? Which I know what he meant, but it was just kind of like, I thought it was cute, and it was really inspiring at the time too, because of what we were talking about. It kind of didn't seem to fit in line with that conversation. Like, it was just so random. So I took it as a message, you know, of, hey, I can do anything. Like, it is up to me to create this. So you see, like, this is coming out of a cloud. So think of it more like you can create anything you want. This is all in your head. Like, if you really say like, hey, this is where I'm heading, and you really have it in your heart, and it's meant to be, and it's aligned with you, I think you're gonna get exactly what you're looking for. And I also just in general see Pentacles coming in for you this month, which is very awesome because I know all of us are like struggling right now. The economy's not the best, so it's definitely nice to see some Pentacles coming your way. But I also think those are like signs for you, right? It's like you're gonna get Pentacles coming your way, letting you know like, hey, you're going this way, you're doing the right thing, you're going in the right direction. Okay, and now you have the Four of Swords. So as you guys can see, something is just, it's pretty much done. So I think I had mentioned this on my social media about the Lion Gate portal. So Lion Gate portal was open, and it was basically closing out a cycle for you this time. Like, it was so big, the energies that were felt, you know, whether that cycle was, like I said, it had to do with a job, maybe things you were thinking about, of like, hey, this is how it always kind of goes, and you were meant to do something different this time. I personally feel like this is actually coming up a lot in my life right now, where I feel like everything I went through at a certain time is coming back to me so that I can make a different decision this time. You know, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to make this decision this time. I'm not going to do what I did before and choose to put this above this, you know? And then it's like, hey, the decision I made last time was I was going to, you know, give it my all and show this person, blah, blah. And this time, I really could care less, you know what I mean? I think I put more than enough energy into anybody else, and I'm fine, you know? Again, I don't know, I'm just throwing different scenarios out there of what it could be. It could even be something, maybe even like, again, like homes, things like that. Just whatever your mindset was, it's gonna close out, and you're gonna start making decisions differently this time around. It's gonna be for the best of you. You also have the Chariot card, which is letting you know that things are moving forward. And I think that's one of the biggest things, like I tell everybody in life is always moving forward, you guys. There's always, you know, you're not, just because something went bad today does not mean like your life is done tomorrow completely. There's always chances for you to keep moving on, and life does go on. Like, even let's say that does happen, unfortunately, where like if something were to happen to me right now, I mean, like, life is gonna go on, right? It's always going forward, and you need to have that mindset as well of like, okay, like, I get it, you know, things can be hard, but we can't just stop and mourn about it for the rest of our lives. Like, we have to keep moving forward. We have to keep doing the right things. I also see, like I said, you know, there's a difference in the way that we're seeing things. I think we're kind of like also divided in some of the things that we're thinking, but we got to keep moving forward. Like, that is your path of just going forward. And then just kind of like this guy right here, right? He's kind of like has his chest puffed up, going in the right direction. And sorry, I just had this thought of like water. I don't know why water kind of sounds great, which is interesting because I'm going to Lake Tahoe next week, so maybe it has something to do with that. But it's definitely, I don't know, like I got some story about like water. Maybe you need to connect with water. I know I had mentioned about like taking baths with salt, sea salt, to kind of help cleanse your energy. Maybe it's visiting like an ocean, a lake, something peaceful. Maybe just a little getaway, you know, clear that mind, kind of bathe yourself. Okay, the next card that I'm getting is the 10 of Wands. And the 10 of Wands, so you're almost to a finish line of something, and I think it really had to do with like the cycle and everything you were working for towards. I think this is all part of it, and it's about to close out. And then once you're there, because you can see the castle right there, I think once you're there, you're gonna realize like, oh my gosh, like like, and the weird thing about it is I feel like these sticks are all the things that you've been carrying, but you're holding on to, and I have a feeling you don't need them. Like, have you ever seen like those memes where they're talking about the kids who go around collecting rocks, which I'm one of those people, you guys, but you know, they collect all the rocks and they're wanting to take every single one with them back home. Well, I just feel it's like, do you really need these rocks? Well, no, you just want them, right? And I feel like maybe that's the same thing with these sticks. Maybe you don't really need them. Maybe you're just, you know, walking along, we're getting bored on this journey, and we're collecting different things. And maybe not just bored, but you know, you were holding on to things, and I feel like you can put them down, and I think you can get there. Like, it's weird as that sounds, I feel like, hey, put them down and just walk over there. Like, you're gonna be fine. And the last card that I'm getting is the High Priestess, you guys. So again, you can create whatever you want. She's very big about I feel like standing in her power and just doing the things that she feels is right. And I feel like you have kind of maybe gotten away from this a little bit, where like, even like me, right? I kind of felt like I was disconnecting a little bit with all the things that I believe in and I was practicing, because I was so focused on something. And then once I kind of got back into it, I was like, hey, like I knew all along, like even during that path where I kind of wasn't 100% connected, like I could feel things like, this is not my path, this is not right, look at these signs, look at what's going on, this is why, you know, stuff is like blowing up, you know, every time I thought I was making a right decision. And it just made a lot of sense. It made a lot of sense. And I feel like that was you, where you were like, I just, you know, you feel all these things, you know where you're going, your intuition is so strong. And I feel like even if you felt a little disconnected, like it's even stronger. My biggest thing, and I know I've said this before, you guys, so I have this weird thing about like knocking. I hear sometimes knocks on my door. I remember a couple of months ago or a month ago, something like that, I was deciding on some things, heard a knock on my door, and then, you know, again, I know it's kind of followed me around like the different places I've lived at, and I always feel like it's a warning for me, like, or something that I need to pay attention to. And so then it was very interesting because after that I had obviously something go wrong with that decision. I was like, okay, like I should have listened to it, you know. And then the other day I was driving, and I was just kind of a little lost in my thoughts of like, you know what, maybe I might be overreacting, and, you know, I guess talking myself out of a decision I was going to make. And then guess what? I heard a knock on the back of my window, like mid driving. Like it wasn't even like anything really, I don't know what could have hit. That's the weird thing about it, because I'm like, well, what could have smacked the window to like knock, you know? And I was just kind of like, like I don't know what it was. It really threw me off. Like, just kind of like that. I don't know what that was. That was weird. Well, if anybody heard that, there was like a weird like kind of something smacked. I don't know what that was. But I mean, maybe it's just like letting me know that, hey, you know, I am here. And the weird thing about this, you guys, is I don't even freak out about stuff like this. Like, I really have been dealing with like a lot of stuff since I was little. I've heard, seen things, stuff like that. My kids are very much the same way. It's very funny because just recently they were telling me that they were seeing shadows, and they had told my kid's dad that they think that there was some you know, entity in his apartment because what they had seen. And so then it was funny because I had gone over and I happened to glance and saw something. And then when I had told the kids, they were like, oh, this is exactly like the same height and stuff like that. Like, and I was like, oh, that's crazy. So my kids are very much like me. And yeah, sorry, you guys. Okay, so your guided card is manifesting miracles. Thank you, Orion, for manifesting your miracles in my world. So again, I do feel like you're at a time where you can like manifest anything you want. Use the energy from the portal. Use your energy to make great things happen. You are truly amazing. There's so many things that can come to you, and I just feel like you just gotta manifest and ask for it. And ask those guides. Just don't be afraid of them. Just be like, hey, you know, whoever's knocking on my windows and doors, and apparently my whatever the heck that was, I gotta go check that out right now. But like, what are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to warn me? Like, it's okay to ask, and sometimes pay attention to your dreams, because I feel like even your dreams have those answers. Like, it's very weird. I know for me sometimes, like, I see it. So okay, the next one is shine your light with Archangel Uriel. Definitely, you guys, I really do feel like you need to be shining your light right now. Again, you're very powerful at this time. Like, I will say it for the rest of this year. This is your year. This is very big for you. I feel like this year is setting the groundstone for a lot of things going forward. And it's just gonna be amazing. Like, I don't know. I just feel like you're here. You need to shine that light. And maybe that's what it is, right? It's a whole. I know we probably have talked about like starting new beginnings and chapters and things like that, but I also feel like it's been, you know, I almost feel kind of like you're about to write something completely different. You know what I mean? Like, it's like we've closed stuff out, but stuff has still kind of like lingered. But I feel like you're really going to let go of everything, like, completely. Like, it's weird the way I'm feeling it, of just like, you know what, there's probably no more looking at this. Like, even if you're past, like, there's something still there, like, let's say your job, right? Even if you stay within the same company and move to a different department or something, like, you're not gonna look at it like as in like, oh, like, I missed that. You're gonna really just be like, I don't know, this year is setting a lot of things into place. Let's just put it that way. And for your future, it might even change the way that you want and look at the future for whatever goals or plans you had. Okay, and your coffee Cup Oracle card is Scarab, which is nourishment and transformation. So definitely nourish your mind right now. Do a lot of cleansing, do Reiki. If you don't know how to do Reiki, there's a lot of videos on it. I took an actual course for it. You know, nourish your body, take care of yourself mentally, physically. Give yourself some time. One of the messages that I ended up getting recently was just giving myself time again. Like, I had gotten out of like certain routines because I was so focused on so many goals, and I think I just got a little antsy trying to put everything together, that I was not, you know, like doing my morning routine. I wasn't doing some of my afternoon routines. I'm trying to get back into it because it nourishes me. It's, you know, it helps me be who I am and connect. And transformation, of course, because again, I feel like something in you is completely changing. And then this next one is the Shark, which is survival and power. And again, I feel like you're in your power, but I also feel like you are in this like survival mode, right? I'm pretty sure you've seen this where like you've been in survival mode for a while and you're starting to kind of fall back from it. And I think this is coming with that, you know what, I don't give a attitude, right? I think this is where you're coming now, where again, I think you're just like, you know what, I actually posted this on social media the other day, right, where it was like, I'm not gonna be the person that fixes shit that's not supposed to fix it. I'm not gonna be the person that's, you know, trying to make things work. I'm not the one who's gonna rearrange my life for anybody else or for anything. Because this whole time I feel like you were trying to keep everyone happy, right? You're trying to do this, you're trying to do that, you're trying to survive and trying to do the best for, you know, what you're doing. And I feel like now you're realizing like, no, like, you know, I need to take care of myself. I need to make decisions for me. If people don't like it, people don't like it. You know what I mean? Like, who's gonna survive the shark attack? Probably me, because I, you know, followed my heart and I knew to swim right and not left or something. Like, you need to worry about you, because here's the thing though, if you're over here trying to protect this person who decided to swim left into the shark, where the shark is at, the shark's gonna get you too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's not gonna come out good for either of you, or it could come out good for them. That's awesome. You help someone survive. But then at the end of the day, is that person really, like, think about it, is that person really gonna worth it? And are they going to turn around and be like, you know, oh my gosh, let me try to help her or something? Maybe they're just like not a great person at all. And I know that sounds terrible. I probably picked the wrong analogy to use for the shark attack and somebody like not surviving and stuff. But think of it in life, and I swear to you, it's not as bad as it sounds. But you know, and it doesn't mean you have to think of them negatively. Just be at peace with it. Like, hey, not my person, and not my job, not my life, not my anything, right? Whatever that is. But I do have one more thing, which is your affirmations. So your 3 affirmations are: today I'm focused, today I will be productive and feel good about doing the hard work that I need to do. Today I'm happy, today happiness and love will fill my heart and soul all day. And today I am brave, today I will step up to every challenge with courage. Those are nice ones. Definitely keep that in mind, you guys, for the rest of this month. But as always, let me know what you guys think, and have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye.